was that student in my class who was always sitting in the audience. Majority of my time I spent in my school library as it was a beautiful refuge where I could read stories of character transformation. Stories where often a timid, underconfident, and a seemingly average protagonist would go on a life changing, miraculous journey. That's when I realized that I wanted a voice, I wanted an identity and a personality. To my complete wonder and fortune, the universe was hearing me somehow. I got selected for the KARM Fellowship. I didn't know it back then, but in the coming years, my manifestation was going to come alive. Hello everyone, my name is Poonam. I'm from Pilibhit, Uttar Pradesh, an area not known for any progressive statistics. I have quite a story to tell because not only did I just leave the regressive thinking of my village behind, but also traveled to far off Norway for doing a project which challenged the silence and stigma around menstruation. Now let me take you back to the girl in grade 12th who had not seen this big and amazing world. I hankered for the national obsession, the civil services in grade 12th. I had a very dreamy, delusional, and unreal notion of a job. And on top of it was my family. जिनको लगता था कि क्योंकि मैं अपनी फैमिली में इतना अच्छा कर रही थी, मुझे तो ग्रेजुएशन करते ही कुछ लाख 2 लाख की जॉब मिल जाएगी. When KARM opened the doors of knowledge to us with dedicated spaces for thinking and articulation, career guidance sessions, internship opportunities, the truth of the job market started sinking in. We realized that it was going to be a tough journey, not a one-time achievement, like in those movies where after cracking a difficult exam, the journey would just come to an end. We also realized that the key to making a successful career would mean consistent efforts, patience, and a very robust support system to lean on in difficult times. I come from an underserved community where excellent education is a privilege. For me, it was my only doorway to dream and to dream big. I knew, and I did not want my dreams to just succumb to attaining the basic means of life. I rather wanted it to become a vision and an ecosystem where many others like me could dream bigger than me. And I knew it could only be attained through excellent education. With this conviction, I applied to Teach for India. I didn't know it back then. I applied to Teach for India, and I even got selected for it. And guess what? I even moved to a different city, Pune, as I was filled with the zeal to explore a different city, learn about its culture, meet the new people there, make some new friends. The choice, however, came at a massive cost. I saw my family's faith in me shaking. In the eyes of my community, the stories of my growth suddenly became a subject of ridicule. For why would someone travel cities just to become a mad teacher? Honestly, I don't know how to explain my passion and interest to them. A part of me feels guilty, unsure, and apprehensive as I too am learning about this whole idea of careers, which I never knew existed. I never knew that networking, connecting with people, integrity are equally as important as possessing academic merit. I never knew that unlike a job, a career needs longevity and sustenance. My family has this simple logic. अगर टीचर ही बनना है तो गांव वापस आ जाओ. बड़े शहर में रह के बड़े बड़े खर्चे करने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है. I won't say that it doesn't bother me, because it does, and it does a lot. It feels like standing on the threshold of two worlds and trying to constantly belong. One is the world where I come from, where my choices are viewed as too modern and incomprehensible. And second is the world where I'm probably not modern enough to fit in. It is in this vulnerable space that I find KARM as my support system. It is here that I find my tribe who supports me, understands me, and stands with me even when it's very difficult. While my family has accepted the idea of me working, they still expect me to take care of all the household chores. They still expect me to marry someone of their choice. And they still expect me to come back and settle in the same village. Now that, my friends, I don't call empowerment, but enslavement. For me, a career means strong agency, which would honestly take so much more than just finding a job. One anecdote that I'm tempted to quote here is when my chacha came up with this interesting observation that, with the rise of women in workforce, there is a surge in the divorce rates. And hence he concluded very smartly that the entire idea of careers for women is like cancer spreading so fast. My initial reaction to it was anger. And it came with the realization that no matter how many rational arguments I present, he would simply stare at me incomprehensibly, almost pityingly, so sure he was of his own conviction. While exchanges like this are my truth, what is also true are the women I've met in Delhi, Pune, and Norway. While I continue to straddle between these two opposing worlds, I have seen a world where capabilities are not linked to gender, where choice is not linked to coercion, and where financial independence is not linked to family burden. I own my choice, I stand tall, and society does not dictate where my academic achievements will lead me. Thank you.